Hi everyone, this is Naslia Davos and welcome to this episode of Ask an Ex. The ex I have with me today joined our CBQ program and has a very inspiring story. So if you believe you love smoking, or if you have tried every method to no avail, stay with us. The ex I have with me today went from a sworn smoker to a happy non-smoker, and she's here to tell you how she did it. Please welcome Blatnaid Gallagher.
Hi, Nasia. How are you?
Thank you so much for being here.
My pleasure.
So you have been a non-smoker since December 2017, right?
I have been a very happy non-smoker since December. I just feel a lot better, an awful lot better in myself. I didn't believe I could ever do it until I came on the program, and now I wish I had done it sooner. And I tell everyone I know that it's possible, having tried every single method available on this planet to give up cigarettes. And I list them. I did hypnotherapy. I did the Alan Carcization. I did Zyban. I did what was the other one? Clomanax. I did 2 forms of medication. I did the patches. I did cold turkey. I don't think there was anything left that I hadn't tried until I came on the program, and then it just worked. It just absolutely worked for me, and I cannot thank you so much. I know I did the work, but if I hadn't met you and I hadn't met the program, I'd probably still smoke. I could be dead for all I know. But I definitely would be still smoking if I hadn't met the program.
I mean, congratulations. You know how proud I am of you, and it's been more than 2 years now.
Yeah.
And
I have been through so much stress. I've had my mom was sick, my dad was sick. I buried a very, 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 very close friend on today's Monday, on Sunday. So many things. I've work stress, study stress, financial stress, every stress that you could possibly imagine to come at you. Personal life stress, home stress, everything, absolutely everything. And I've had wonderful moments. I remember when I went on the program, I was at a hen party and I was smoking with all the girls on the hen party and made friends with all the people who were the outside smoking cigarettes, because I loved being outside smoking cigarettes. It was the best place to be at any party. Then I went on the program, gave them up, and then the wedding came. And I had to wave goodbye to all those people walking out, going downstairs, standing outside smoking, and they challenged me. They went, "Oh, Blah, you're not really off the cigarettes." And I was there going, I am. And they were like, 2 months ago, you were outside smoking with us, and come on, can you come down and smoke? And I said, no, I can come down, but I won't smoke. And I did. I stood there watching them all smoke cigarettes, inhale, laugh, enjoy it. And I stood there and I just felt so sorry for all these people who were still smoking. I really did. And I hope that doesn't sound very patronizing. But because I knew that there was a way and they didn't know about this way, that's why I felt so sorry for them. That there are so many people out there today who still don't know that there is a way to give up cigarettes easily and without any pain and without any worry and without any concerns about what's going to happen next.
yeah, and you're so right, because when we smoke, we think that this is everything, it's our world, and there is no life without it. So when you wake up to this new life without it, you feel sorry in a good way, that you want others to know that there is another way, a new life.
So 2 years later, I still make inquiries as to whether people smoke, and if they say, without them even asking me that they want to give up, I start telling them my story.
Yeah.
And what I love is when I meet people who know me and know, like, I was a smoker. That's what I was. I mean, I was a lot of other things as well, but I was the person that was always getting up to leave the party to go outside to smoke. And I still meet people someday and they kind of go, you're not off them, really? And I'm going, yeah, you, not smoking. I'm going, yeah, that's impossible. And I'm going, nope, it's not impossible. I did it, and I did it easily. I didn't have to tear my hair out. I didn't have to cry for days. I can still remember really looking forward to being off them while I was still smoking. And that for me was amazing, absolutely amazing. And to this day, I still can't believe how easily I did it.
This is fantastic. So in other past attempts, you found it hard?
Oh, horrible.
Yeah.
In other past attempts, in other past attempts, it was so horrible because I actually didn't even want to do what I was doing without the cigarettes. So my cigarettes were such a close friend of mine that I didn't want to go through the journey of giving them up without the cigarettes being with me. Because no matter what I did in life that was difficult, no matter what I did, no matter anything that I did, I always brought cigarettes along with me. I always brought my pal with me. My pal was in my bag, it was in my pocket, it was in my car. My pals were always with me. So the idea of giving up cigarettes without them, when you think about it, it's just like, oh, it couldn't be done, but it has been done. And I'm here now and I'm 2 years off them. So sorry that I have a croaky voice because I just happen to be getting a head cold now. But I
Yeah.
had started to get that raspy voice. I had started to get the lines over my lips here.
Yeah.
And I had started to develop all these signs of a long-term smoker, um, that when you are smoking, you can see in others. And now I just feel so good. I just really do. I just feel free.
Mm.
I feel like somebody just took a rope that was tied around my neck and just cut it, and now I'm free to be able to go anywhere. I can go to any restaurant I want. I don't have to worry about the smoking. I can meet anybody I want for coffee or a drink because I don't have to be worrying about whether they smoke and whether we'll be inside or outside. Um, I just feel free. Yeah, I really feel free.
Well said. That's the best feeling. Feeling healthy and above all free.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
definitely. So looking back, what part clicked with you and helped you the most to break free?
The light bulb was the program. Because
Yeah.
even when I went on the program, I remember the very first interview that we had. I had gone to the webinar and I had paid up for the program, and I still wanted to be sure that if it didn't work, I could get my money back.
Yeah.
I was still, and you were like going, oh, what this will work, and if you go through this program thinking about this, and I still felt, um, oh, what if I do this and it doesn't work, and then I've spent this money, and this negative thoughts was going through my head until I was on the program. And once I started on the program, the negative thoughts, the fear, and the worry that I was going to not succeed and that I was going to lose the cost of the program, it just went away. It just absolutely, I don't know where it went, but that thought, and I'd be frugal, I'd be quite frugal. I'd never go out, you know, spend money on something that I couldn't afford. But once I broke it down and rationalized the fact that the cost of the program was only going to be the equivalent of, several weeks smoking. And when I was on the program, and that fear of wasting money or spending money on something that I couldn't justify just disappeared. Because at one point in the program, I went from being afraid that I wouldn't give them up to desperately wanting to be off them. I really wanted to be off them. Before the program was over, I really wanted to be a non-smoker. I know that sounds strange, but that's just how I felt.
That's amazing. That's actually very inspiring because you're such a happy non-smoker. You are so grounded in your decision to be a non-smoker. And I think other people saying that this is possible and it's going to help many others
If
get you are
there's anybody listening to this that thinks that this is being set up like I did, because I remember looking at all the Nasia sound bites thinking, oh, these are all actors. These are all actors and they have a script and they know exactly what to say because, giving up cigarettes is the most frightening thing you'll endeavor if you love them as much as I did. It is so scary to think that you'll be going through this painful process. But once you work with Nasia's program, there is no pain, there is no fear. All there is confidence and joy and happiness, and it does click. Something clicks on the program that makes you realize, oh God, this is actually going to work. This is where I wanted to be, and now I'm here. I remember thinking at one stage,
Mhm.
I was smoking so heavily that I thought, I wonder could I go and spend time somewhere, could I be brought to another island or another planet and come back as a non-smoker?
Yeah.
I actually, I probably woke up one morning with a hangover and a raspy throat, and I was like, oh, I can't smoke anymore. And then I found your TED talk, and then one day I thought maybe this is the place that I thought I was going to go, even though I didn't have to leave my home, I didn't have to get on a flight, I didn't have to go anywhere. I wasn't like going off on a yoga retreat or a yoga spa. I could actually do it all from home. And I thought, yeah, this is for me. I'm going to do it, and here is the joy and the success today, 2 years later.
I like that.
Beautiful.
So you went to a healing place, but mentally.
Yeah.
So how are you managing stress now?
Stress is still there. I mean, life doesn't change. The things that affect you stressfully are always going to be there, but the association that the trigger, the rushing for the cigarettes, I don't know where, Nasia, it fell off the cliff, but it did. Um, and it didn't take long. I mean, once I was off them, like a lot of stuff has happened to me in the last 2 years. I think 2019 was probably the worst year that I put in. With both my parents becoming sick and unwell, and dealing with all the fallout of what happens with family and all of this. But I never thought about cigarettes. I never thought about, oh, if I was smoking, this would all be fine. Or I never once felt or reached for a packet of cigarettes. Never, never. And I think I was only using stress as an excuse to smoke in the past.
Mm.
I think I was only actually, if something stressful happened, that was my excuse. Okay, I'll light up now. It wasn't doing me any good. It was only making me. Oh, that was another thing. I have a much better sleep pattern.
Okay.
I have a much more. I think I'm actually far more relaxed since I gave up the cigarettes. And I'd be a fairly highly strung, anxious type person, but without the cigarettes, I've mellowed a lot. Well, I think I have. I hope my husband thinks I have too. But I feel I've mellowed a lot. I feel I don't get as wrapped up in issues as I used to. And part of that was because the more stress that was in my life, the more of excuse I had to go outside and smoke a cigarette and pick up the phone and ring somebody and play out the drama and smoke 3 or 4 cigarettes when you're on the phone call. And it was almost like sometimes I feel that I was enjoying the stress because it allowed me to smoke. It gave me an excuse to be able to smoke.
Yes.
That might sound crazy, but as I'm saying it, it's how it felt.
Not at all. But this is how addiction works. It makes us rationalize why we should have another cigarette. So not crazy at all. This is how addiction works. So how's your health, your physical health? Has it improved?
Yeah, unfortunately, it's just we picked this date to chat, and I woke up this morning with a head cold. But I don't get sick. I mean, I don't. I find I think mental health and physical health are very closely attached. And when you're not as stressed out, um, I think cigarettes do wind you up. I think um, the desire to be smoking, um, for me, almost triggered. Um, I'd look for a calamity. I'd look for a crisis. Because when I had that crisis or calamity, I could reach for the phone and verbalize it and smoke at the same time.
Yes.
So go back to the mental health again. I think that once you see the difference, that helps your overall physical health.
Mm.
And yeah, I wouldn't say I run faster or I run longer, but I don't feel as fatigued as I would have in the past.
Yeah. So you have more energy and you feel more alive.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, Nancy, I had to say goodbye there to somebody. I feel more alive, yeah, hugely, yeah. I feel more alive. I feel more with it. Um, and not having the burden of having to go places socially and ostracize myself because I was the smoker. And another thing as well is I now notice that I'm surrounded by a lot less smokers, and I'm enjoying their company a lot more. People that I would never have really kind of spent time with because I was always rushing out to have the cigarette. I'm actually starting to enjoy their company as well because I'm in a different circle now. I'm in a circle of non-smokers versus a circle of smokers. So you know that's good too.
Yeah. So you've had more options to select people that you actually are a match with instead of going for the smokers.
Yeah, and I was always the smokers. Like I was always in the smoking gang. Oh, I love the smoking gang. Yeah,
What advice or tip would you give to someone who is struggling to succeed?
I've always chose cigarettes over food. I would always chose cigarettes over friends. I would have always chose cigarettes over opportunity and now today, um, after doing the program, I just can make choices that I could never make before. I can I can feel free. I feel more like a part of society than somebody that kind of hung around the fringes. I don't even think about cigarettes, Nasia. I really don't. The only time I think about cigarettes is when I smell somebody coming in from a cigarette break and they stink, and I just feel, oh God, I wish they could do the program. I wish they realised that there's an easy way to actually give up cigarettes.
Yeah. Well, you made things happen for you, and
Yeah,
you said you put the work. Because I know you worked the program and you really focused on it, and you did your best. You saw you. It was as if you were taking a real course, university course,
yeah,
and went through it properly. So this commitment paid off, obviously.
yeah, yeah.
So thank you. So as you all can see, Blonde's journey, it's a great example of perseverance and the can-do attitude. And it's proof that everyone can become a happy non-smoker because she tried to quit many times. She literally tried every method out there. And in the end, she made it because she didn't give up. She persisted. So I hope her story inspired you because it's an amazing story. And please let us know in the comments what you are taking away from Blonde's experience that can help you succeed. And Blo, thank you so much for being here and being open and so real and willing to share your journey with everyone.
My
I really
pleasure.
appreciate it, and I know it's going to help many people. So thank you.
Good, good, great. No problem. My pleasure, Nasia, and thank you very much.
And thank you all for staying with us. Have a great day, and I'll see you next time.
Bye.